We have a little bit of a friendly rivalry going. Like, we love those guys when they come through. We got to defend the house, you know?
Oh, yeah? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, MDVA versus Tri-State boys out here. I know we had a lot of riled up Tri-State in the back. Not too sure if they've just kind of dissipated at this point, but we had so many signs back here.
I mean, when you hear the Urs, they'll come running.
Oh, yeah, that's how I know, man. You know that Tri-State's around when you hear the Urs roar through the crowd. Either way, though, again, playing Palutena, if you guys have watched the House of 3000 stream, this is a player that you could always expect to be either within the top 3 portion of the tournament. Always doing really good at his locals, too.
Yeah, very consistent. And, I mean, the character is very consistent as well. Palutena really lends itself well to players who are very patient and very smart about how they play.
Yeah, I honestly feel like Tri-State is the home of the Palutenas. I'm not even going to lie. I feel like I see a lot of Palutenas overall, but Tri-State, I feel like, has the bunch all grouped up together there.
Yeah, they really cluster together. But not for nothing, Seagull Joe plays the Palutena as well, so he's familiar with how this matchup can play out. It's interesting that he's sticking with Wolf this time around because I know that he likes to go Young Link, Diddy. Yeah, Young Link, Diddy also, but I guess just trying out Wolf first and seeing what happens.
Yeah, of course, this is 2 out of 3. We're not in that portion of the bracket yet where things are going to be getting spicy with the 3 out of 5 yet. But, you know, nonetheless, Seagull Joe has had a history with Wolf ever since Brawl. So he's probably just trying to see and kind of test out how he could do against a player like Gen.
Yeah, I was speaking to him at EVO because he wasn't playing Wolf for the longest time. But at EVO, he was just kind of went Wolf in some of the sets and won. He was like, yeah, I'm always a Wolf main. This peak Seagull Joe was like, yeah, my Wolf's always so godlike. I'm
I
the
like
best
the character
Wolf in
loyalty. But, you know, getting scooped up by that dash attack, we were talking about how strong that shield was earlier, the invincibility on it, but also the fact that you just can't contest it overall. It's a great check whenever you see your opponent try to jump in on you. Great parry into another dash attack, and patience using that nair by the platform, putting Joe in a pretty bad position, but he still managed to get back safely.
Yeah, and again, I mean, whenever we're in neutral, he's just holding shield because that's the only way that he can't die, you know? Yeah. He'll only die to really a smash attack. Back throw, it's strong, but it won't kill quite yet. So as long as you hold shield, he should be safe. But if you're in there, you can't hold shield. Yeah,
I actually really like that interaction from Seagull Joe right there. He did one spot dodge into an aggressive option into another spot dodge because he knew that Gen was going to try to retaliate back. And as we were calling it, J-Dog, I don't think Tri-State realized he was on stream until we decided to finally hear the Urs rolling through the crowd.
Yeah, and they'll always come back in greater numbers.
It's actually, they're like ants. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm watching the Discovery Channel at Super Smash Con.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But now, I mean, again, the Urs might have powered him up just a little bit because he's on track to take the stock very soon with that great dash attack. Going for an up air a little bit too early, but doesn't get the nair afterwards. And it's finally Joe's turn to play.
Absolutely. You saw him try to go for that jump read with the back air. Goes to that nair and again, actually avoiding that forward smash attempt too, but not avoiding that up smash as it does scoop you up by the ledge.
All right, but Seagull Joe suddenly ends up in Palutena's arms. Gets hit by the auto rifle, has to, okay, I thought he was gonna side B, but he just opts up B. Different timing, much safer.
Dash attacking right onto Seagull Joe's shield though, not going for the cross up and getting grab punished for it. I love the patience and gets back into the ledge. That was actually a really risky situation, but Seagull Joe was not ready to capitalize off of Gen.
Yeah, it was one of those options that was so weird that, like, I didn't expect him to do that at all either. Shield's getting low, though, and yep, eventually the nair is going to find its way through.
I was going to say, I feel like that shield poke, because it definitely looked like Seagull Joe was holding shield for the most part there, but of course, shield poking is so relevant in this game, and air dodging right into Gen and not getting punished for it.
That's one of those things that you only get away with once or twice. Oh, but that boot, you can get away with that all day. That dash attack is so powerful.
I really like the attempt on doing that rising nair from the ledge to try to catch Gen, as he knew that Gen was going to go for that high recovery. That empty hop into back throw. Honestly, the best situation for Seagull Joe, but it kind of looks relative to how the first stock was, where Seagull Joe ended up losing his stock first and actually struggled a little bit and taking out Gen's stock.
Yeah, but now Seagull Joe is opening up big. Look at these up airs. All of a sudden, Seagull Joe just blows that lead wide open, and he calls him out with the forward tilt. Also, Seagull Joe trying to get a little bit something else. If he landed that down smash, that could have been it. And
that was so scary. He definitely had the read right there, literally clawing his way through, finishing up this stock here, getting in this extra percent. Love the rising nair and the drift back on it too. The empty hops coming through.
But again, just getting these little hits just to keep him competitively relevant in this set. Forward tilt, yep, that is active for so long, and at that percent, that's a free 2-frame. You have to go to the ledge there.
It is active for a while, and he honestly timed it so well at the same time. Like, he knew exactly when Gen was going to try to recover back to the ledge like that.
Yeah.
Really good awareness on Seagull Joe's part, and honestly turning that last stock up, because he definitely powered up within this last stock. Let's check out the replays here.
Yeah, that took away his jump. Using the laser to push him away, I didn't even notice that a little bit. So Joe, he plays his character too, so he knows the intricacies of that and how to force that recovery.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like at that point when he got the blaster hit, he knew that Gen was going to go for that low recovery because he was forced to go low at that point.
So Joe first up on the board. Again, sticking with Palutena. As far as I know, he doesn't have too many other characters. So I believe he was a Ryu back in Smash 4, but Ryu's not quite the same beast, and Palutena is another very oppressive character, so it makes sense.
You know, which is interesting too, because I know that after the recent patch on Ryu and Ken, like, you know, they're actual viable characters nowadays, and I'm so interested to see how Gen's playstyle will reflect on the newly patched Ken and Ryu.
Yeah.
But either way, you know, sticking to the Palutena, doing a pretty good job overall, but Seagull Joe is literally moving here, adding in this extra pressure not only below the platforms, but trying to keep his space too with the blaster. Not going to help him out as Gen manages to close in that space with that double nair.
Okay, good trade though. Seagull Joe able to fight his way back, and I'm loving these high tomahawks from Seagull. Just always testing Gen's reactions.
Well, that was a scary situation. We almost saw a repeat of that last stock, last hit game. Catches the jump with the up air.
Oh, get up attack. Kind of risky, but that's the kind of risk that you need to take. When Seagull Joe has all this momentum, you need to do something new, something different, something wild. And again, finally getting a couple back airs in there, keeping him at 89%. And Joe's like sparing use of lasers is actually really smart because they keep on fighting the mark because Palutena has a reflector, but you can't, well, you can reflect that, but you weren't ready to.
Yeah, you can't be reflecting that up smash, that's for sure. And I like the patience too from Seagull Joe there. He just literally waited to see what Gen was going to do. And since Gen is going for a lot of these empty hops that you see here, he knew that he was able to pull in an up smash right there.
Okay, air dodging back down on the ground though. And great movement on the laser. Now Seagull Joe's game plan kind of changed. He's not just getting one hit and like going ham. He's just shooting lasers, getting extra credit, playing a lot safer. And he's out again.
Yep, and this is exactly what you were mentioning. I mean, just playing a lot more patient, using the blasters instead. Oh, I like how he didn't opt to go for the ledge invincibility, actually. Caught Gen off guard as he actually approaches him with an aggressive option with the fair. Crosses him up with the nair, but maybe not for the best. He is at too high of a percent for that back air to come through from Gen after the down throw. Yeah,
and center stage back throw won't kill Wolf just yet. So as long as Joe just holds center stage and doesn't get grabbed, he'll be okay.
And they're literally nairing on each other. Who could nair the fastest before Gen was like, let me stop nairing and catch you trying to nair with this dash attack real quick.
Yeah, I know we just naired 3 times. What if I don't nair the 4th?
This is literally rock, paper, scissors out here.
And they're both picking rock. It's one of those.
Catches his jump with the nair and opts to go for the upper rather than go for the third nair by the ledge. Possibly trying to see if Seagull Joe was going to try to jump onto the platform there.
And Joe's spacing these forward airs very well and using that nair as a call out. But that back air was a little bit too slow, and now again gets a couple nairs. Oh, he's moving on him. I'm scared.
Oh, goes for the high recovery this time around. Gen actually waits and he gets the double up air here.
Again, it looks like he found something else. He found out the pacing of this match. Seagull Joe can't get a hit in at the moment as he gets another nair. And finally, Joe gets one grab, but overextends on it again, but not punished for it.
I'll say, honestly, the way that Gen was able to turn up within the stock, the pacing is really in his favor. The momentum, you could see it radiating here. Catches him again with another nair. We have the crowd riled up again. The patient shield right there, drifting back with the blaster, but it's not going to do enough as Gen still remains on the stage here.
Yeah, feet firmly planted. Joe not able to get a grab again, and down throw. Oh,
that was a really good spot dodge from Gen, but at the same time, Gen was really not able to do much off of it. Still sliding through with the back air, but great DI coming from Seagull Joe. You can't really be DIing that nair when you're so close to the blast zone, though. Of course, we saw that earlier on.
Yeah, no DI will save you. No DI will save you again. These guys are bringing a battle. Last stock again.
I don't know about Gen's in-game tag here, but for sure, armor definitely could protect you from a dagger. You see the down throw into dash attack attempt, but Gen holding shield.
So patient at the moment. Finally gets another grab. That should lead to a dash attack. Yep. And so many people just opted to land on the ground and shield there. Joe was looking for that combo route, but instead, again, jumps high, and that opens up another entirely different tree in which, again, can get some good hits in 62%, as Seagull Joe sitting pretty at 59 at the moment.
Yeah, Gen's honestly just trying to catch his jumps for the most part, playing extremely patient. See a lot of empty hops from both of these players. Oh, tries to call out the jump right there with the up air.
And Gen tries to call out a jump with the back air as well. Wise tech away. If you tech in on Wolf, you're going to have a bad time. Down smash is always going to be there waiting.
Jumps right in top of Gen. Tries to go for the up smash, trying to catch Gen from jumping. Nice parry from Gen, though. Goes to the nair. Seagull Joe having to forcibly land on the stage, knowing that he loves center stage, avoiding that up air. Such a close situation amongst both these players right here.
Jumps away and just falls low. Back there shouldn't do it, but you're still off stage. Auto reticle, I didn't even see that, and yes!
Two-frame on the up smash that lingers for such a long time. We got a 1-1 situation, and the Yurs pumping through the crowd. Oh, I love that there's a hype man in the back, too. At first, I thought that was for armor, but that's actually for rumor instead. I thought that was going to be really hype because Ken's in-game tag was dagger. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But the up smash sliding through, and great turn up from Gen. Honestly, the momentum wasn't in his favor within that first stock, but in that mid-second stock, he definitely turned up against Seagull Joe.
Absolutely, in a huge way. Kind of halting all the momentum, and on home turf too. With all your boys cheering you on, Gen has to be feeling good. But here we go, game 3. It all comes down to this. And these guys, this is happening surprisingly early, I think. Like, these guys actually could probably make it both to top 32. But instead, they have to take one of them down to lose bracket right now. And this is really going to set the tempo on the other person's tournament.
Yeah, most definitely. And, you know, Anton and City, I actually agree with the stage for both of these characters in particular. But I feel like it definitely benefits Palutena more, only because of what you're seeing right here. The extra pressure that you see Gen adding in from below the platforms, using Nair to catch Seagull Joe. But, you know, the platforms are out of the picture now. And Seagull Joe, I feel like you're going to be seeing him go way more in and become more aggressive now that he has Gen off stage.
Yeah, almost hitting with that 2-frame down smash. And now, again, his spacing is so refined. Every time Seagull Joe tries to get a dash attack, he's just always out of the range. He got hit by it like once in game 1, but after that, dash attack isn't the move.
And I like these cross-ups with Nair too, but there's certain moments where Gen is actually facing the way that he's trying to cross him up, and he ends up getting grabbed for it. Gets that down tilt, it's a backer. Great timing and 2-frame from Gen.
A solid lead at the moment, especially, yep, that was the thing. You can't get hit by Nair at 0. That's the one move that you can't afford to get hit by.
Yeah, because you're going to be taking 3 for free if you are actually on the other side of the stage, and you know you have all that stage control as Palutena to actually take your opponent all the way to the other side of the Great Abyss.
Yeah, and this position's kind of rough because Joe has to take risks. We're outside of confirm range, like forward air to back air and all that. So Joe, if he wants to make a comeback, he'll have to get a hard read in there, and Gen's not making it easy.
Most definitely. This momentum right now is just changed before our eyes as Gen keeps Seagull Joe by the ledge, hasn't even lost his stock, gets another 2-frame into Explosive Flame. Where is Seagull Joe going to land? Because it is not on this stage.
I'm telling you, it might be landing on the Angel platform at this rate because, again, he was playing so confident for just a second.
Oh,
he hurt us, though.
He hurt us, though. No coaching, J-Dog.
My bad, my bad.
You see him coming through with the Nair, lingering so close to the ledge. Oh, man.
And Joe tries to jab lock him right there, just barely missing its mark. So now, Joe, this is the part where he'll probably play as conservative as possible. Wait for Gen to really mess up, because Gen knows that it's his game to lose. He has to make plays now. And Joe, he loves making sure that his opponent chokes. This is where Joe gets his bread and butter. This is why Joe plays Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I honestly could see the aggression that he has here when it comes to the stage, and there's no platforms on board. It feels like he's a lot more confident and a lot more aggressive for that. I like how he's extremely patient. He gets dash attacked by Gen, though. Oh, and you know what? The attempt on going high with that side B was there. I actually really appreciate the attempt. But Gen, with his micro spacing, was able to narrowly avoid getting hit by that side B.
Yeah, and I feel like even if you tried to 2-frame that, the option coverage would have been about the same. So that down tilt was definitely the play. Oh, tricky explosive frame right there. And Seagull Joe's just kind of getting tagged out every single time. Oh, and checks him down on the ledge again. Calls out that roll.
Like the patience, just holding shield, trying to go in for that back air. He definitely needs to try to find a way to close out this stock now, but Gen not giving it to him, getting a parry instead.
And this is looking very bad for Seagull Joe right now. It's looking like he's fishing for kills. And, I mean, every time he throws out a big kill move, Gen's not even in the same zip code. Like, he's just always moving around slippery.
He's not even in the same zip code.
Yeah, return that to sender, man.
Oh, man, the pressure, too, from the back airs from Gen. And I like how he actually conditioned Joe to try stop holding shield after a certain point, because you saw him go in with for that dash attack and that dash grab as well. Like, all right, man, if you're going to hold shield against these back airs, now is my chance to try to grab you. But that trade in Seagull Joe's favor is going to lead this to be a one-stock situation. Of course, last game as well, but Seagull Joe taking so much percent, air dodging right into Gen, but avoiding that back air.
Yeah, in these situations, Joe really tends to struggle with, because he doesn't go for a lot of the wild stuff. He's a very safe player. So he'll get his comebacks with a lot of just, you know, reads every now and again. But if he's getting red on like this, it gets rough for Joe.
Yeah, it definitely looks hard. Using that platform to try to recover, makes up his recovery, but air dodges right on the platform, and the forward tilt and the pop-off from Gen as he takes a set over Seagull Joe.
These pop-offs on the stage have been unreal. This is phase 2 pools. The guys are popping off like they made top 8. And honestly, that just shows how hard this tournament can be.
Honestly, the way that everyone's been popping off and been screaming in the back, you would honestly think that this is grand finals here at Super Smash Con, but this is only Wave 2 pools. It is just starting here at Super Smash Con Day 2, and there's so much more action that we get to bring to you guys at home. Check out these. Look, honestly, that game